I remember being such a loser, like jerking off, playing video games, watching porn, doing absolutely nothing with my life, having zero or close to none social skills. And a couple of years after that, I am jacked. I am more confident with women. I am following my purpose. I'm working on achieving my goals. And as a matter of fact, as I said, like getting better with women, I don't mean I'm a 10 out of 10 Chad, talking to every day. But for me, I see the progress. I see how much better I'm getting. And it's kind of like a big high because it's a delayed gratification thing because it took time to get to where I am. Same with the gym. I didn't get jacked over like a period of 3 days. It took a couple of years. And everything good that you do will take some time. That's why it's called a delayed gratification. And if you follow it, if you do it, you will achieve a greater high. You will achieve a greater high than just like jerking off or something. Because yeah, that feels good for maybe a couple of minutes, but then you get post-nut clarity and you feel like absolute shit. I was at this club and it was my first time going clubbing. It was a couple of days ago, my very, very first time going clubbing. And I was like, you know what, fuck it. I want to go to the club. I genuinely want to go, have fun, see what it's like, I want to do it. So I'm not saying it's super degenerate because I want to do it. I don't drink anyway. So it's like, I'm not going to go get smashed and then try to talk to girls. But my friend took me. So we were having a fun time, It wasn't really my thing to go and just dance and everything, but I loosened up. I had a fun time. I talked to a bunch of dudes. Like, I just dapped up probably like 20 to 30 guys. And the funny thing was that this whole entire time, I wasn't feeling anxious. I wasn't feeling any sort of shit that I would have felt when I was still consuming porn, not going to the gym, just being wasteful with my life. I genuinely felt good, but I was still a bit nervous around females. I was not around them, but I didn't know really what to do, how to approach them, blah, blah, blah. So the night is coming to an end, or it's not really coming to an end. It's like, 2 a.m., 1:30 a.m. And then there's this girl, and she's going with her friends, and she literally smiles at me, the biggest smile, and I'm holding it for like 5 seconds. And I'm like, God, if this girl, like, if there isn't anything that a girl is gonna give me a bigger hint than that, I'm actually retarded. I'm actually like fucking stupid for just, oh, does she think I'm pretty or something? So I navigate my way over to her, I'm still dancing with my mate, blah, 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 blah. And this was my first time basically talking to a girl in the club. I've never done it, so I was literally just being like basically gay, like, hi, what's your name and everything. And I don't know how, but it just seemed to work. She just had a smile. We were very close, blah, blah, blah. I got her Instagram. Then we were like kind of dancing together. I asked if she wanted to leave for a couple of minutes because I still had to take my friend home, so I'm not ditching him. And she said because of a friend, so I was like, okay, maybe because of a friend, maybe she doesn't feel comfortable. I don't know. I don't really care. I don't care. She was here dancing, and I was still vibing with my friends while dancing with her. And then she tells me like, oh, me and my friends are going to another club. You want to come, but you have to come now because we're leaving now. And I said, give me a second. So I tell my friend, I was like, don't worry, I'm not ditching you, bro. I go follow her, and it's like on the steps going down. And then I call her by her name, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like yapping on about something I didn't even know. And I literally just follow the step-by-step kiss guide. It's like I grabbed her by the neck and I said, come here. I pulled her towards me, gave her a kiss. She liked it, blah, blah, left. It was quick. It wasn't long or anything. She went down with her friends, left. I had her Insta, but I went back up to my friend and I literally just said, bros before hoes. And looking back at it now, I could have gone with that girl to clubs, probably done more than that. But I am so proud of myself that I did not ditch my, like, good friend. And then he's like, bro, you're a real one, you know? Like, I imagine a lot of guys would. I imagine a lot of guys would see some stinky pussy and they'd be like, oh, okay, fuck my friend, you know? I've known him for 10 years, fuck him. I'm just going to go with this girl who I've known for 30 minutes. My point I'm trying to make, and the title I'm going to give this video is Do This to Quit Porn. I'm just giving you some sort of initiation, something I can show you that, yes, I wasn't the best, but the anxiety, all this shit, it goes away when you work on yourself, when you find something purposeful to do. That's why I'm talking more of the start doing delayed gratification stuff, like the gym. The gym is the best example of delayed gratification. You know why? Can you guess? It's because it literally gives you so many good side effects. It makes you disciplined. It makes you happy. Each time you go to the mirror, you're looking at yourself. I've got this, like, I don't know, you can say it's like some special gym fucking weird shit. It's each time I'm walking behind, like, glass or mirrors, I keep looking at myself. I keep looking at my triceps. I keep flexing, you know. My friend's like, oh my god, you're looking at yourself again. I remember when I was walking with my ex-girlfriend throughout the city, I was just, you know, I kept looking at myself. Not at her, I just kept looking at my triceps and shit like that. So, to me, I mean, like, yeah, sure, good side effect. I didn't care. But you're building your body up. You're building yourself up. All these years it took. And now you've got something good to look at, you know? Like, good on you, bro. Good on you. You've got a physique that you're happy with. Maybe it's not your dream physique, but you're happy with it. You've gotten somewhere. So that's what I see it as. I look at myself and I'm like, shit, I can actually be proud of this, that I've gotten myself somewhere and that I don't look like shit. And it's also super beneficial because wherever you go, girls will see it, okay? In the club, wherever, girls see it. I literally had, I think, 3 guys in the club saying, wow, bro, you're big. Because I had this shirt which was a little tight. It wasn't, but that's because all my shirts that I had were loose. And then I go to the club and I'm like looking for a nice shirt. I put it on and it's tight. All my shirts were tight because I just got on a bit bigger. So I was like, okay, well, that's a good side effect, I guess, because I'm not going to, like, be a little bitch and be like, oh, I don't have any good shirts to go with. I just put one on. Fuck it. Who cares? Like, yes, your appearance matters, but to me, I was like, you know, I didn't care at this moment. I'm just going to some club. And people notice that, especially if it's something important and you walk into a room and it's like you're just holding that character, you're holding frame, and you're just, you know, people will notice, okay, this guy puts a lot of work into himself. And they respect it. Even if it's just their subconscious mind, it still works. You also have to do, it's not also, it will help if you do some sort of work. Like you find your purpose, you aspire to finding your purpose, doing something like you would enjoy. So if you're working this shitty 9 to 5 and you hate it, maybe this is a wake-up call for you to look for something else, do something else with your life. Because when you can focus on your purpose, when you can do something that you genuinely enjoy, you're going to see more progress, and it's going to be great looking back on that progress. It's like, for me, I'm doing this channel, okay? But I've also got like a handyman property business where I'm doing like jobs and everything. So for me, it's great to look, wow, I literally started nothing, like door knocking, flyers. And now, yeah, it's nothing massive because it's just a side hustle to get me money whilst I can still focus on my YouTube channel. But it still brings me joy and satisfaction that I can do these jobs for people, you know. I can see them smile. And plus, it's a big bonus because I talk to a lot of people through it. Yes, it might not be like 18-year-old girls, but you gain knowledge from that. And sometimes it is super important. So then if you genuinely just know how to talk to girls, and then you go to a business meeting or something, and you don't know how to talk to those guys, it's going to be a bit embarrassing, especially for yourself, or especially if you have friends over, like older people, and you can't even talk to them. It's like, clearly you're lacking some sort of thing. And again, this is a thing where it's going to take time. It's not going to be instantly. But you will see as you progressively grow, you'll have like just a sort of satisfaction, some sort of joy. Like it will bring you, I promise you that. And this kind of kicks on from the last point, is socializing with high value men. It doesn't have to be, I'm not talking socializing with your friends from university or like degenerate people. I'm more talking like high value people. So if you're just on self-improvement, it's going to be good to hang out with people who are on self-improvement as well, who do the similar things that you do. Because being around men, it's the best thing that a man can do. Having a brotherhood is one of the best things you can do, because you will compare yourself to them, they will compare yourself to you, and you will like push each other. Have you found it when you go to the gym with a guy, you tend to go harder than when you go by yourself? Is because you're pushing each other. You're pushing each other to failure. You're pushing each other to do better. And that's not just in the gym, that's going to be in life. If you find an actual good brother and you push each other to do better, you learn from your mistakes. He's like, oh mate, like maybe he sees you socializing with people and he doesn't tell you shit, and then he's like, oh bro, I saw like you pretty fucked this up, like you did this and this and this, maybe don't do that next time. A good friend isn't gonna put you on the spot in front of people. He's not gonna like put you down in front of people. He's gonna talk shit to your face, but then he's gonna talk like highly of you behind his back. So I've got a really good friend where sometimes I tell him like, I'm not really a cunt to him, but sometimes I tell him shit like, like maybe you should wake up to this. You're still not in dilemma or some shit like that. But it's not irrelevant. The point is, behind his back, I'm like, oh yeah, bro's like a G. Like, like I'm genuinely grateful for having this guy. I gratitude in my journal every single morning. I'm grateful for him. I'm grateful for my other friends. Because brotherhood is important. It's gonna stay. A girl is gonna come in and go out. A guy is genuinely gonna stay. Yes, if you know what you're doing, blah, blah, the girl's gonna come and stay. That's not what I'm trying to make here. I'm trying to say, like, when you socialize with guys and everything, it also, like, you're gonna compare yourself and you're gonna be like, shit, he's not jacking off. Why the fuck am I jacking off, So, and that's the thing, they can help you with that as well. All right, you've got a friend, like this is what initially led me to NoFap. My best friend, he was on NoFap for like maybe 8 months, and I was like, shit, I literally just jacked off this morning. Not this morning, this was a couple of years ago. And that pushed me to get on NoFap. So friends help with this a lot. They really, really do. Excuse me. Next is that it's not controversial, it's none of that shit, but you might say like, oh, that's not going to help me quit porn. In a way, it will and it won't, is by eating good food. And yes, at that moment, if you eat steak, if you eat cheese, if you eat nuts, if you eat like some sort of, I still eat like kumara sweet potatoes because I need some carbs because I'm just bulking. You might think, okay, I'm not going to enjoy the meal, but later on, you're going to feel way better from eating the food than you're gonna feel from like eating shit food. And I've been on like a clean diet for like quite some time. I'd say like 3 months now, and I see the difference. Like I had our family friends came over and they made some like apple pie, something all homemade, but it was sweet. It had some grains in it, flour, blah blah. And she said, oh, please try some. And I was like, okay, sure, I don't care, I'll just try a bit. And then I didn't feel as good after that as I would if I've just eaten something like normal meal. Like yesterday, I just had steak. I just had steak and kumara. That's it. And cheese. But you won't necessarily feel, it's not like, it's also a big delayed gratification. Like a few months, few years in your life, you're going to be like, shit, like these gains are better. Like I feel I feel more fulfilled because you're eating something good. You're not just eating McDonald's, because yeah, eating McDonald's, I hate it, okay? So I wouldn't even like it. But some people like the high of like, eating that, it's not even food, just weird processed shit in your hands. And then after it, you feel like shit. You go to the toilet and you have like problems shitting. And to be honest, do you want to be that guy? Do you want to be that guy who has problems shitting? Probably not. You also need to talk to more girls. I know it's easier said than done, and I'm still like not the best with this. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not the best with this. But talking to more girls, it's challenging. You get out of your comfort zone. And if you want to improve yourself, don't you want to get out of your comfort zone? Don't you want to get like better at everything? Because I'm at a point of time where I'm like, shit, I just want to get better at every little single thing. So my health is actually really phenomenal good. I had this thing in my body where it was something to do with my stomach, and you need like 4 sorts of different antibiotics and it still doesn't get washed away. I took no antibiotics, and like a couple months later I took a test again and it was gone because I didn't think about it. I ate good food and I exercised. That's what I believed. I believed of the law of attraction is when you believe something, when you see it, when you speak it, it's gonna happen. So for me right now, I am focusing on my business. I am focusing on the gym. I don't focus on my food because it's already become natural. Same with the gym. It's more of a natural thing, but I'm focusing on my work. And I'm focusing on it's not like getting better with girls, but it's something that I lack with. And I just want to see myself get better. Of course, it's not going to become instant, but maybe 4, 5, 6 months, maybe by the end of the year, I'm going to look back and I'm going to be like, shit, I remember when I was still struggling with this. And now it's like, I go cold approach this girl, I go talk to this girl, and you're going to have that. Of course, it's a delayed gratification. It's not as high as just like going on Pornhub, jacking off to bitches, So yes, it's going to take some time, but you're going to have a greater high at the end. And okay, worst case scenario happens. You get rejected a couple of times. You learn from those mistakes. It's going to be better to get rejected 20 times than to watch porn 100 times. Also, it will boost your life. I've seen this, that when I've talked to a girl and then I go to the gym, I work harder, or I am more fulfilled. I'm working on my business more, And of course, when you first start out, your emotions are gonna be playing around. It's like, oh my gosh, I kissed this girl, maybe it means something. It doesn't mean shit. The easiest way you pull the girl, like, probably means she's not good quality. So for me, right now, I am not looking for a relationship. Like, if anything happens, maybe it's going to be non-monogamous. There we go. Non-monogamous relationship. That's if I do get in one. But I'm not looking for a relationship. And it's not like I'm saying, oh, I'm not looking for a relationship, but I want pussy. Yes, I want pussy, but I'm not looking for a relationship because I don't see anything good out of it. You can get all this love and everything by non-monogamy. It's like, yeah, shit. Like, yeah, I don't give a shit if you judge me. Like, who cares? Show some insecurities about you. Maybe you're sitting there. Maybe you just jacked off porn 10 minutes ago and you're like, oh shit, this guy hasn't jacked off for like 6 months. He's probably jacked. He's probably talking to some girls and I'm here just still sitting on my ass and jacking off. If that hurt, it probably should have a bit. Like, again, brother, I'm not here to hate on you. I'm not here to say shit like you watch porn every single day, blah, blah, blah. Because I was in the same situation, okay? I was in the same situation where I watched tons of porn. It led me to absolutely nowhere. And you feel like shit, okay? You genuinely do feel like shit. That's why I want to make this video. I want this video to help you. I want this to inspire. I want this to motivate you to do something else. Because also, habit tracker, one of the best things. Just look at that for a second. I have 1 cross. Last month I had 10. This month I have 1 cross. And all you got to do is just write the things that matter to you. So like for me, I have meditate, gratitude journal, work, gym, 20 push-ups, 2 cold showers a day, and read book. Okay, it's quite simple stuff. You can do that every single day. But you will see the level of like when you get those green ticks, you're like, shit, I feel good, you know? And it's not like you did so much, but you did your good habits and you feel good from that. It gives you like also a delayed gratification high, because I don't have like on there like eat cake, go have sex, like that sort of stuff, you know? So it's good stuff, but the reason I'm saying this is, let's be honest. You've had a porn addiction for some time. You're not quitting today. You're not quitting tomorrow. You're not gonna just not watch porn ever again. There's gonna be a very small percentage of the people that actually can do that. But for me, I was probably addicted to porn for like 4 years. And it took time. I was on NoFap for like 6-8 months. Then I was still jacking off. Then I was trying something, not jacking off. Then I was jacking off. And then I was trying to quit and quit and quit. That's because I was counting these bullshit streaks. And each time I relapsed, I'd feel like shit. I'd feel depressed and I'd literally have a fapathon. So it's the same with a cocaine addict, okay? Been addicted for 4 years, doing cocaine every single day. You're not going to quit tomorrow. The way we do this is we deload porn. So stop watching porn videos, okay? If you're watching porn right now, stop it, okay? This is what you can do. Stop it and just look at naked girls, okay? Go on Google and just search up naked girls and just jack off to that, okay? This might be super controversial. You might have never heard this before, but we're at the gym, okay? First time we go to the gym, you want to bench 100 kilos. Bro, wake the fuck up. That's not happening, okay? We deloaded to 40. Okay, you hit 1 rep. We do 30, you get a couple of reps. So you have to deload the weight so you can start building up to 100 kilos. And it's going to take some time. The same thing with porn, okay? You've been addicted to it for 4, 5, 6 years, okay? You're not going to just instantly quit it. That's why I was listing these delayed gratification things that you do will just naturally, you won't really think of porn. Yes, you might have days where you're like, jack off. But bro, it's going to be a massive step to you. Absolutely massive step. If right now you just start jacking off to your imagination. I know it might not be as like nice or something, but if you just imagine, like make scenarios up in your head and you just like jerk off to that. You don't jerk off to porn and you start deloading the weight, or maybe you just go to naked girls. And then you go to, just your imagination. And then you start jacking off less and less and less. Maybe you just jack off like a couple of days a week and still 4 times a day. That is massive progress. I don't give a fuck who says like, oh, but he's still jacking off. Don't have it like a sort of challenge, some streak, You have to see that you've been addicted for some time. I've been addicted for ages. That's why, I've been able to quit where I'm quitting, because it took time. I was on NoFap, then I was still trying to do semen retention, then I was back to jacking off, then trying, then jacking off, then trying, then jacking off, until it just took where it's like, you know what, fuck it, who cares? Porn isn't good for me. So if you can, just take porn away and just jack off to your imagination. Bro, you're already doing 50% better than all the other rest people. I mean, no, you're already 50% better than the rest because you're trying to quit. So you'll probably be like 80% better than the rest, because 80% of men watch porn. 20 to 30, I'd say, are genuinely addicted, super duper addicted, where it then fucks up their social life that they can't talk to even men. So the things I've listed here is going to the gym, some sort of fulfillment work you can do, socializing with guys, having a brotherhood, eating good food, talking to more girls, and having a habit tracker. It's 6 things. If you do that, it's not going to be like, okay, porn, porn, I've quit porn. Yeah, and you lie, it didn't work. I tried this and after a week I'm still jacking off. That's not the point. The point is you do this and porn doesn't become so like needy. You start distancing yourself from it. Yeah, there's gonna be times where like you're still gonna jack off, but fuck it, you're doing better than your older self, your younger self. I mean, so you have to you have to see the progress. You have to stick because let me ask you this: everything good in life, does it take long? Does it take short? It takes short. I mean long. You have things like watching porn, going to a brothel, that's instant gratification things. Eating shit food, that's all quickly. You want to do something delayed that you feel a better high of than porn. Because you will do this and you'll feel like, shit, I feel way better from this than actual porn. So do this and trust me, you will see a big change. I've also made like a full nofap guide. It's the top link in the description. And I've spent so much time doing it, learning all this stuff. And I can give you the right information that you need. There's also like a other thing where you can buy one-on-one coaching in that. And I will personally coach you. I will personally help you to quit porn. And it's not going to be something where like the next day you're going to quit porn. We're going to deload the weight. And after those 30 days, it's not going to be just like, oh, okay, I see the progress, maybe I've quit porn. You're going to get a higher value from everything else because you're going to be going gym, you're going to be doing these good things. Worst case scenario, maybe you don't quit porn. Maybe you watch my course and you don't quit porn. But you will be better with it and you'll get like other stuff. Like you're gonna be going to the gym, you're gonna get jacked, you're gonna start eating healthier. The thing is, when you watch porn, everything is demotivating. You have no motivation, you have no discipline, you have no need to talk to girls. When you stop watching porn, everything becomes better. Thank you.